Okay, I'm a product manager and I'm joining from Kano State.
Okay, thank you so much for joining. So sorry. Please hold on. Let me quickly put on the light. Sorry, NEPA is happening to us all. So yeah, thank you so much for that introduction, Sebastian. Um, who else has not introduced themselves? Okay, just Gracie left. So I'm not sure she's with us, but during the course of the session, I'm sure she would will get to hear her voice too. So thank you all for joining and welcome to World Disability Day 2025. Welcome to the AI Acceleration Workshop. So good to have you all here, and I promise it's not going to be a waste of your time. Yeah. So before we commence, I'm going to introduce myself once again. My name is Abigail Sani, and I will be moderating this session. I believe in having a conducive environment to be able to learn and interact. So I want us to make this session as interesting as possible because it's going to be an interesting, time for everyone, an evaluable time. So I want us to make good use of our time here and ask questions when you you need to, and feel free to raise your hands up if you have any question, or you just drop it in the comment section. Yeah. So we all know the reason why we are here. We're here for the AI acceleration workshop. Um, and then we'll be having our speaker who is an expert in the AI industry, in person of Mr. Tammy Ibeama. And I don't know if he has joined yet. Please hold on, let me be sure he's on this call.
I think is Tammy's Tammy's not in Nigeria, so his US time zone and everything, but we've written him again now. So let's just give him 5 minutes to come up with
Okay.
yeah. His
Oh,
time zone is a bit messed up, so but we've written him again because we had to move this because of his schedule earlier. Yeah.
oh, okay.
But just give
Okay.
us a second. Yeah.
All right. Please, you can just notify me when he's here so we can bring him in. Thank you. Okay. Oh, okay. He just joined. Yeah. All right. So, as I was saying, we're here for the. Can you guys still hear me? Yeah. Thank you. I've seen him. He's here. So we're here for the AI acceleration workshop, and we'll be having an interesting topic: the AI product manager defining and prioritizing for intelligent products. And amazingly, majority of us here are product managers, apart from Afis, who said he's a product designer, and someone else who said she's into product data science. Yeah. So even if you're not a product manager, I'm sure this event is going to be helpful and needful for you because we're in the AI era where majority of what's trending now is AI. And as product manager, we have to be agile. And what makes us agile is the ability to adapt to trends. So it's a timely topic and also an interesting one. And I would urge us to make good use of this time. Get your notepad, your pen, ask questions. The more you ask questions, the more you get to, hear from the speaker and he pours out his thoughts, right? So I would want you to also feel free and comfortable, yeah. So now that our speaker is here, without wasting much of our time, let me introduce. I'll introduce him and then I'll hand over the mic to him. So yeah, with us here is Mr. Tammy Ibeama, who is a product marketing manager at Microsoft. So I feel like at the mention of Microsoft, I should see your, clapping emoji because it's not easy to work in Microsoft. It's a big deal. So please, whenever I say Microsoft, I should see your clapping emoji and your favorite emoji all over. Yeah, thank you. So Tammy Ibeama is a product marketing manager at Microsoft, where he builds AI agents and leads go-to-market strategy for Consumer Copilot. He focuses on transiting advanced technology into simple, useful experiences that drive customer adoption and business impact. With more than 5 years of experience across e-commerce, fintech, and consulting, Tammy has led initiatives in positioning, competitive strategy, and customer growth. He is known for connecting insights to execution and bringing clarity to complex ideas. Tammy also hosts the Interns Connect Show, a podcast that shares real career stories and practical guidance for students and early career professionals. So, with your clapping emoji and your favorite emoji, help me make welcome or help me welcome our speaker for today, Mr. Tammy Ibeama. Can you hear me, sir? Yeah, thank you. Bring the emoji coming, please.
Yeah, I
Thank
can hear
you. Keep it
you.
coming. Okay. All right. I can hear you loud and clear. Thank you
Hi,
for
everyone.
joining. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm pretty much very sorry for the time misconception. I thought we were having it on Zoom, so I was already going to Zoom before I saw that it was changed to Google Meet. So I'm very sorry for coming in a bit late. I'm glad everyone is here. So without further ado, we are going to start. Abigail, did you get my slide?
No, I did not.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Just give me a second. Let me pull up my slide.
All right.
So before why I'm trying to pull up my slide, so I would just want to know where people are joining us from. Let me know where people are communicating from so that I would know how, how to like tailor the activities that we are having today. So let us know what part of the country, what part of the state you're joining us from. That would be really, really nice.
Okay. So I guess we'll have to reintroduce ourselves. Although we already did, we've done that
Yeah,
before you
yeah, they
joined.
can they can just put it on the chat on the comment section. Just put it on the comment section. That'll be fine.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, everyone, please reintroduce yourself, your name, where you're joining from, and of course, what you hope to get from this session. So, while some persons are doing that, I think I'll just let some people, speak. So yeah, Halima, can you let us know where you're joining from? Oh, okay. Halima says she's joining from, let me see, from Kaduna, Nigeria. Nice to meet you, Halima. Thank you for joining. Henry, you just joined, so let's get to hear your voice. Can you hear me, Henry? Okay. Henry says he's joining from Nairobi, Kenya. Welcome, Henry. Thank you for joining. We have Nimat, a product manager, joining from Sokoto, Nigeria. Thank you, Nimat, for joining. We have Onis from Estonia, joining from, okay, yeah, he's also a product manager. So, yeah, thank you, Onis. Who else is left? Grace, we've not heard your voice. Why? Why is that? Okay. So Hafiz, you've not reintroduced yourself. Our speaker wants to get to know you. So Ore said she's joining from Lagos State, Nigeria. Welcome once again, Ore. So who else? So yeah, let me reintroduce myself. So I'm Abigail Sani. I'm joining from Abuja, Nigeria, and um I think that will be it. I think everyone here has introduced themselves. Yeah. Mr. Tammy, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Sorry, I was trying to unmute myself.
Okay,
So
so
just
how
give
is
me
it
a few
going?
seconds. Yeah, just give me a few seconds. Let me just get it done. It's almost ready. Yeah, I just had to download it again.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I did not get it. Would have prepared ahead.
Okay. Into uh, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Can you see my slide?
Yes, I can.
So is it full enough for everyone?
From my end, it is.
So every other person, can we also see my slide? So I'll be sure that we are seeing the slide.
Yeah, all good. I can see the slide too.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. So just give me a few more seconds. Let me also set up my system here. But my only challenge right now is that I can't see I can't see the comment section. So
I'll help you
interactive
with that.
would be okay. Okay, all
Yes.
right, that would be nice for me. Let me see if I can present present the teams. Very sure. Okay. Show present view. Okay. Is it showing full or is just showing just a little bit short? Well, how do you see it right now? Is it still
It's
full?
full. Yes, it is.
Like, is it showing on the full screen or like is showing half? That's what I want to know.
It's on a full screen.
Okay, okay. So let me join. Just give me a second. Let me also join the Teams on my phone. The meeting on my
Okay.
phone so that I can also see what's going on and what folks are also saying. So just give me a few seconds. Let me also join on my phone. Okay. 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 All right. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. And also thank you for joining I'm pretty much sorry for the back and forth and all the technicalities that has happened. So as I want to say thank you to the amazing team at the World Usability for this opportunity. I also want to say thank you to every one of you for being here today. So it's really, really a good opportunity that I could, witness every one of you and also share few things with you people. So before we start, um, so this is me. My name is Tammy. Uh, Can you see the next slide? I just moved the next slide. I don't think you can see the next.
Yes, we
Okay, yeah, you
can.
can
We
see.
can.
Okay. So this is it. My name is Tammy, and I am a product marketing manager at Microsoft. So at Microsoft, I focus on building and also launching AI products using Microsoft Copilot for consumers. So basically, what I do is that I try to like help the consumers get adoption of Microsoft products. So I don't know if any of you here have used Microsoft Copilot before for consumers. If you've used Microsoft Copilot before or you've downloaded Microsoft, I think currently now we have like a free version that is meant for everybody. You could send in the comment section. You've interacted with Microsoft Copilot before. Have anyone done that before? But while we are trying to also respond to that, I just want to let you know that this section is going to, it's not going to be about coding, right? It's not going to be about coding AI. It's about managing AI more effectively and more efficiently because we are product managers, and I heard that we have a couple of product managers here. So that's what this session is going to be about. So we're going to be talking about what it actually means to be an AI product marketing manager, right? A product manager rather, and how to define and prioritize product for intelligence. So we're going to have a little bit of practicality. I just want to let you know that we're going to have a little bit of practicality at the towards the end, and there'll be like some activities because obviously it's a workshop. There'll be some activities that we're going to get some things done. So without further ado, uh, let us start. So why does this session matters, right? Why is today important? You know, AI has changed, or AI is changing, or how the way build stuff. AI is changing how managers now define the behavior of futures, right? The traditional product managers, they actually taught you guys how to define, you define your product required documents, you ship futures, then you measure your adoption, right? But with AI, that mindset does not hold anymore, right? With AI, that mindset does not hold anymore. So you are not defining every rule, rather you are shaping in the model behavior through the data that you get by the prompts from users and also the feedback loop that you're going to get. And that's why, whenever you're using any AI products, there's this feedback loop that's always included, right? And that is how products are being defined. That is how products are being gotten, right? So think of yourself as a coach rather than a builder. So as product managers, you need to start reframing the way you think. You need to start reframing how you see things, right? You now start thinking yourself, there's difference between a coach. A coach, you as a coach, you come up, you guys, your team goes to play the game. Then based on how the game goes, the coach can change formation, right? The coach can change formation even before the second half, or maybe something may happen, right? Something may happen. The goalkeeper can get a red card, or the goalkeeper can get injured, right? And because of that, the 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 formation can change, and that is how product managers, or that is how you're supposed to be thinking right now, right? You teach the model how to behave instead of telling it exactly what to do. So that is how you get things done. So today we're going to be talking about, what makes an AI product different, or defining a product experience. Then we're also going to be talking about some of the metrics, right? How do you set success metrics for some of the AI products that you're building, or becoming an AI product manager? What are some key metrics that you need to understand, and what you need to keep note of? Then finally, we're also going to talk about some of the things that you're going to prioritize, how you can get clarity in building amazing AI products and using different AI tools for those products. So those are what we're going to talk about from moving next slide. Now, the next question is, what makes an AI product manager differently, right? So if you see, we have the traditional PMs and we have the AI PMs. So before now, when there's like a problem in for you, before now, the traditional PM, they manage predictable systems, right? They give the inputs and they get to fix the outputs, right? There's a problem, they put in some of the design tests, they put in some of the documents, and that is how the inputs, they come up with the structure, they come up with the rules, right? It's just like an input and an output system. But that has changed, right? As an AI product manager, you're to manage probable systems, outcomes that vary on context, on data, and also on model behavior, right? So as an AI product manager, data becomes part of your product cycle. Like the feedback you get becomes what the cycle means. Your success depends on the feedback loops, not perfect specifications that you build, right? So your specs initially, as a traditional product manager, the specs, right, defines what you do. But as an AI product manager, the AI or the model defines what you learn. So that is how the change is going, right? So you measure how well the system performs based on the feedback and also based on the loops that you're going to get. That is how the shift is going from the traditional product marketing manager or the traditional product manager to the AI PMs. So one important thing is that you need to understand is that you don't control every of the outcome. You cannot understand what's going to happen next. Rather, you get guards towards the model. You actually guide the model towards the desired behavior that it wants to be. So that is how the shift from the traditional PMs is moving to the AI PMs. So in the traditional PMs, there is a predictable outcome, but in the AI area of the PM, there is just a probabilistic behavior, and that is how you guide the systems moving forward. So the next major thing is, how can you write a specific guide for the AI behavior? What do you do? How do you write this behavior? Like, how can you get a good AI specs for behavior, so that AI area, a specs is less about the features but more about the intents, right? In building a product, you could see that you have the diagram. The diagram represents your PRV document, which you're trying to build. Then you have the prompt for the model. Then you put in the model, whatever model that you want to use for building the products, you put in the model and you get your specific outcome. So based on your outcome, you put in for feedbacks. You get feedbacks from the users that are using the product, or they are using the model to utilize the products. Then you go back again, and that is how the loop is going in the AI product marketing product managers, right? That is how the loops is moving, and that is how you get your specific behavior. So the very first question every AI specs or every AI document should answer is that, what is the specific outcome that I want for this feature that I'm building, or I want for this product that I'm building, right? What is the desired outcome? So once you're able to define your specific outcome, you're able to define your desired outcome. The next thing is what data and input shapes this outcome. Is it going to be user data? Is it going to be external data? Because, like we said, or like I've initially established, is that the feedback and the data that you get is what shapes the outcome of your products, right? It's no longer, you before now you develop a product and people are still using this product, but that has changed. So those feedbacks and those specific outcomes that you get is what is going to change your product. Then the next thing is, how would you know if this is working? How would you know this is working? So I'm going to give a real life example, right? That I did while I was working. So a few months ago, we had like a product hackathon period worldwide at the company at Microsoft. So I built a product, and one of the products that I built was is a product called employee engagement. So the goal of the product is that. So let me just explain based on this these specific rules that I gave you guys. So one is that the product I was building was supposed to help employees in validating or scanning whatever content they want to share on a social media platform. So because there are a lot of like backlash on the things you share. There's a lot of guidelines on the things you share as an employee about a company, right? And these are restrict a lot of people in being free to share things that they want to share, right? So we decided to build a product that will help you, validate and verify whatever you want to share before you post it out to the general public, if that is aligned with the company's policy, and if it's also aligned with the company's guideline. So that was the outcome of the product. So when you share your content with the AI product that we built, you're going to get feedback, and it will tell you if this is aligned and if this is good to go. If it's not good to go, there will be like a draft that is going to let you know, in this part change it to this words, in this other part change it to this word. So that was our desired outcome we want from the products. Now, the next thing is, what data do we want to impute it, or what data do we want it to actually shape that our outcome, right? Because the data that you have, or the feedback that you get from it is going to be very, very important. So what we did was, we have to go through the HR portal, right? We have to go through the HR portal and some other employee guide. So we have like a full SharePoint portal that has all the employee guidance, about 15 pages in different sections. So those were the data we use in feeding the agents, or those were the data we use in feeding the product that we are building, because it has to review a data. So once we impute that, we did a test, right? We did a test run within ourselves, and also did a test run within some external people before we launched it, right? After we launched it, we still went back for also more feedback and exploring it. So that is how the structure you can use to build an agent, a product, an AI product, right? Either you're building an AI agent, or you're trying to build a systems, or you're trying to build a future, whatever you're trying to build as an AI product managers. This is the structure you follow, right? And you have to set your guide rails. What are the guide rails that the product shouldn't go after? Because we've seen a lot of product, like for instance, when OpenAI's Sora 2 came out, we saw a lot of people misusing it. Like specifically, there was a video about Martin Luther King was saying different things. Like, people were just doing crazy things, right? Crazy things. So you have to put a guardrail in it. And I also remember there was a period of time that the image generator for Google came out, and people were generating money. Like people were generating check receipts, approvals, like crazy things. So you have to put in those limits and those guardrails that it could avoid some situations. It could avoid some things that it's not meant to be used or is not meant to actually be delivered. So I also give another example right here that, for instance, you're trying to build a smart meeting, right? Let's say, for instance, this is a meeting, and you want to build a smart meeting that helps users to understand what are the decisions that was made in the meeting and maybe some necessary next steps that they can take after the meeting, right? So the goal or our outcome is that we want a summarized meeting by decision, task, and who are the assigned owner. So that is the goal. Then the inputs that will be imputed in the product or in the AI products that you're trying to build is that you're going to use the transcripts and also the attendees list of the meeting, because all of that has to be fed as your data, right? So that will be the data. Then the output is going to be what are some of the action-oriented summary, right? Summary based on what was the key point that was talked about, who was the assigned person, who is the task, or what was the task that was given, and who is the product owner that was assigned to that particular task. Then your metrics, right? Was the meeting accurate? Well, was it clarity? Was it useful? So this is just an example of how the shift has been, right? How the shift has been from just developing a product to being an AI product manager. So before I continue, I just want to be sure, are you guys following? Do you have any questions that you want to ask? I can see the comment section of the message. So do you have any question that you want to ask? Is there anything that I should go clarity before I go down to the next step? Because after this, we are going to be doing like a very short workshop that we are going to get clarity on. So is there anyone that asks that needs questions or anything before we continue? So are we good? I guess there's no question, right?
Yes, no question. You can write on, sir.
All right. Okay. So one thing that I also want to let you know is that in measuring the performance of any intelligent AI product, right? Any product that you're building that is intelligent, there are three major things that are required, right? So, but before that, AI without metrics is guesswork. That's one of the first thing I want you to know. Like, if you don't have any proper metrics in understanding your products, if you don't have any proper metrics in getting your products, it's guesswork you're doing. And in measuring the performance of your products, right, there are three major things. Number one is the model quality, right? And I'm going to go deep on that. Number two is the user experience. And number three is the business impact. So now let's start with the model quality. For the model quality, in order for you to get accurate response, in order for you to get the user rate, in order for you to get latency, right, the model you're using has to be a best quality. Now, in building the different AI products, there are different models that you can use in building those products, right? You could use Gemini, you could use OpenAI, any of the model, right? You could use any of those things, but the product you're building determines the model that you're going to use, because there are some model, the model is like the most important one, because there are some model that are used for just products relating to like database products. So when I mean database product that has to do with summarization, product that has to do with research analysis, product that has to do with deep research, right? Those are, you select the quality of model, right? So if you're going to use GPT 4.0, or you're going to use Claude's model, then you're building products around data, around coding, around analysis, around calculations. So you have to check for the accuracy of the model that you're going to build, because the model accuracy will determine the outcome accuracy of what you're building, which is very, very important, right? So as an AI product manager, you have to always pair the quantitative aspects of the product, which is the accuracy, the time saved, with also the qualitative aspect of the product. And the qualitative aspect of the product is the user experience, right? The user trust. Are people getting satisfactory rates on the product? And that is where, from the user experience and user trust, that is where you get the user feedback, and that's where you get the user loop for you to, recalibrate your product, for you to either change some things and update some things on your product. Then finally, the business impact, right? As AI product managers, you're responsible for balancing all of these three, right? How much cost is it saving you? What are the retention rate? What is the engagement? So there are two major things that you're supposed to measure, right, in the era, right? Number one is you're going to measure the daily active user rate, and also the monthly active user rate. Now, the reason for that is that there may be user engagements that are so totally different in understanding what are the outcomes, what are the experiences these users are using your product. So understanding the accuracy through the daily active users and also the monthly active user rates are usually very, very important in understanding the business impact of your products, right? So as AI, the success of any AI program is not just about perception, it's about the user trust and the reward value. So if your product does not trust, user does not trust your product, or there's no real life user value, then I don't think you're building anything that is going to be substantial and there's going to be sustainable for a long outcome. So the user outcome, or the user experience, and also your trust on your product are the two key important things in building your products, right? There are two key important things in getting a desirable outcome and also impacting the business growth. So that is how you understand if your business, or if the product that you're doing or you're building, is actually high value or is actually worth it. Now, so for you to get clarity, right? For you to get clarity in prioritizing what exactly to build, right? So because I understand that every PM struggles with prioritization, right? What exactly should we build on? What exactly are you going to understand? So this is a bit more tricky, because everything feels important. Like every product that you're trying to build is kind of important. But I usually get clarity on these three lanes, right? On what to prioritize. Does this feature actually solve an high impact, right? Some people can mistake high impact by maybe the number of reach that is reaching people and the rest, but that is not high impact, right? What exactly pain point is it solving for the user? And in that pain point, how 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 can it be extended with other people or with other systems? That is how you understand the value of it. Then what is the visibility of it? Because most of the times we feel that we could just build anything. Like you need to understand that how do you get the data from? Because your data is like your lifeblood in building a product. How do you get the data from? One model that is available that is ready to support this product that you're building. Remember, I told you that the model that you use will also determine the trust that people get from you. So what model are you using, or what model that is readily available to support what you're building, right? Then finally, how confident are you that this thing or the product is going to perform really, really, really good? So these are like some of the three ways you could use in understanding it. And for and and for you to get help in building these products, you could use tools like Gemini. You could use Copilot. You could also use Gemini, ChatGPT for brainstorming and also getting feedback. Then Notion is free. They also have a very good customer user insight that you could use to test run some of these products, and Jira for prioritization on the product. So right next we will go into an interactive section, right? Because I also want us to like, I want to get feedback, right? I want to know what exactly that you're building. So I'm going to give 5 minutes, 5 to like 6 minutes for this section. So let me explain what is going to be. So I want you to think of a product idea that you feel that could use AI for, right? Any product idea, right, that you feel that you could use an AI in building it, because currently we are transiting to becoming an AI product managers, right? So in 5 minutes, right, you're going to write the goal. What is the desirable outcome of these products, right? What is the goal? Just a very short summary. What are you going to achieve by it? So with that, I'm going to like, give feedback on it. Then what is the input? So the input is that what data would there be used in building these products? What data will be used in developing this product? Then number three is, what are some of the desirable outcomes that you want from the product? Then what does success means to you in the product? So I'm going to give us 5 minutes. So this is like 250. So we have like 5 minutes, 255 for us to like get down to it. And you could share your feedback, you could share your response on the comment section so that I can, look through and give feedback to a few of them. So while we're waiting, if anyone has any questions, I'm feeling much available to respond to your question.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Tammy. So I hope we all got that task. Please, if you understood what he said, can you signify with an emoji? Let me know we are all in sync. Guys, can you hear me? Okay. All right. So um I would assume that we understand what he just said, the tax he just gave, and we are attending to it. So we have 5 minutes to attend to the task while we take questions. So does anyone have any question? Anything you want to ask our speaker that has to do with AI, being an AI product manager, how to build AI products and all of it. Okay. So no questions. That is so let's see. Nimat, are you currently on the task? Hi, Nimat. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. Would you want to interact as to the product idea you're thinking about or something? Any product you're thinking about? Would you want us to interact about it or collaborate? Or you could collaborate with someone. It doesn't have to be just you. You could brainstorm with somebody, you know.
So so Nimat, do you have like a product that you want to build? We could work on it together. So like I said, you could share the goal of the product, right? Even if you don't have like a direct input of the goal of the product, I could help you, draft out, the inputs, the expected output, and some of the success metrics. Then we could um we could work on a model, right? We could work on a model for us to build the product that could be more feasible, and also more that could give you more accuracy in getting your products.
So yeah, Nimat, are you willing to share? Or should somebody else come in? Okay. Tolulope.
Hi, good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
you
I can
are.
hear you.
Okay. So, the idea that we're working on has to do with maternal wellness, an AI tool that supports new moms through getting health information from pregnancy to postpartum. And also beyond that as well, we saw a challenge as to when some women take break from work to maybe start up a family, getting back also could be a challenge. So we're also looking at some an AI app that could also support them as to some career opportunities. They can also jump into, while getting back from their maybe postpartum break or a year that is spent off work. But basically, the problem we are trying to actually solve is like an AI assistant that would make new African moms, more supported when it comes to their health, when it comes to their career opportunities, and when it comes to them taking care of, themselves and maybe their newborn too at the early stage of their life. So, I mean, let's bounce off ideas on what is visible. Are we shooting for the moon? Are we over over complicating the idea? It's what can be achieved.
Okay. So in very short and few sentences, right? The goal of the AI product is it to educate, or is it to is it to guide and educate um postpartum moms or newborn moms on wellness, and also the wellness of their baby, or helping them in getting stabilized into their jobs? Because I know very well that if you take like a maternity leave, you're also going to like, you're not like being displaced out of your work. You could take like 3 months thereabout and come back after your work. So what is the actual goal of the product? So that would define what is going to be your input.
Okay, that's very clear. So it's a bit of education,
Mm-hmm.
right? Especially for first time when it comes to all that pertains them stepping into that new phase. So there's a lot of to learn. It's a bit of that. And it's also even though some of them go for maternity leave and they get to come back, some of them, because of the nature of their job, some of them have to even step back entirely from work for a while so that they can, start up their family. There are women who actually take career breaks because they can't juggle what it takes to be a mom and then juggle it with what they were doing before they became moms. So
Mm,
you see some moms having career gaps because of
yeah.
that. So that is something we also want to like link them up to maybe remote job opportunities. Maybe there's a connector to like a website that can, show them, some of those opportunities they are not aware of. So there's self-care, there's wellness, and then there is career growth
Okay.
in it.
Okay. So this is good. So I just got your product, right? There's self-care, there's wellness, and there's career growth, right? So the very first thing you need to do in building a product is that you need to start with the easiest parts, right? Because if we all know ChatGPT that is 5.0, that did not start from 5.0, they started from like 2.5, and the rest they started moving and the rest. Now there are three major aims, or there are three major segments of this goal, right? The very first one is wellness. The next one is
Self-care,
health, self-care,
yeah.
self-care, yeah, which is like the health. Then the third one is the career opportunity, the career growth. Now, once we've gotten these three, right? The next thing is which will be the easiest for us to start with. So wellness is there, self-care is there, and career growth is there. Now, in this three segment or section of the product, the major thing we need is data, right? We need data to impute, because that's going to be our input. We need data to like use to train the AI on understanding what are some of the wellness gap, or what are some of the self-care gap in new first time moms, right? That is the very first thing. What are some of the gaps in it? Then the next thing that we also need to impute, because now we are trying to define your data. The next thing we are trying to impute is that what are some health, it mustn't really be just Nigeria, right? What are some health data that are from reputable organizations, or they're from reputable people, that talks about you know wellness, that talks about self-care, and also talk about career growth. So we could focus on one particular one. So if want to focus on wellness first. So in terms of wellness, I know that the WHO talks about a lot of wellness. The United Nations talks a lot about awareness, and also there are a lot of Cambridge Health. There's also Harvard Health too. So these are your data storage, right? Now, the desired outcome of this data, or of this input, is that there will be some form of guide. For instance, there will be a question that could ask by one of the moms, in which what are some of the stages, or what should I do on my first trimesters, because they are new moms. Remember, the goal is your target audience are new moms, right? There could be questions on some of the things that they are feeling. How can they handle some of the symptoms that they are getting? So based on that, the AI is going to like give them some verifiable and also trusted. Remember, trust is very, very important in the product that you're building. Some verifiable, and there are some trusted outcome of it. So once you've been able to achieve that, you can now extend it to the part of the self-care, because wellness and self-care goes hand in hand. Then your the career growth and career trajectory is going to come towards the last. Now, for the career growth and the career advancement, if because I see that in two ways. If they are going to go back to their company, because like we said, some people do go back to their company. If they are going to go back to their company, the next thing is on guide, or the next output will be, how can they return and also be stabilized into their workplace, right? What are some things that they can do to also gain visibility? What are some of the growth opportunities that they can take as new moms, right? What are some differences, some changes that they can do? So based on that questions, right, based on that output, you can get data, right, from a lot of career websites. Like there are a lot of them that we could pull out from. I know that I know that Berkeley has a lot of career information. Berkeley blogs, they have a lot of career information. I also know of Yale too. They have a lot of career information, and they also third-party career platforms that are already, recruiting, or they are helping people to recruit. Third-party platforms like Job Now. There's Job Now. And also in Nigeria, there is what's the name of this? Forgot it their name. Ah, shit, I can't remember the Nigeria
Is it
platform, but
Jobama?
sorry, Jobama, yes.
Do you mean Jobama?
Yeah, Jobberman, yes, Jobberman. That's the name. Then we also have Career Now. Career Now is another good platform. So with that, you can be able to integrate data from those platforms into the AI and get an expected output. Then for success metrics, you need to for success metrics, understanding if it's valuable and if it's feasibility, and also are you confident in building the product. So that's how you're going to rate it from these three products, right? What is the impact of this? How is it going to impact? What is going to be the impact for this on the women? Then what is the feasibility on the model in building it, and what are some of the confidence in building all of this? So that is one of the ways you can get it out done. How to start, right? Usually I tell people how to start. How to start is starting with one. There are three of them right here. So start with one, and I would advise starting with wellness, because the truth is there are a lot of wellness data out there. There are a lot of wellness data out there. I could I could I would have done a live demo on this to show you on building this. But I don't think I have a lot of time for that, because I know that this meeting was supposed to end by 9 o'clock. This is already sorry, by 3 p.m. This is already 4 minutes past 3. I would have done show you guys a live demo on building these products, right? Using a model. Remember, I told you there are different models in building this product. I should have shown you one of the model. I don't know. Do you have that time, admin? Because I know that I wanted to wrap up with our key takeaways. So, but anyways, was I able to like give you some clarity on the product that you are looking towards building?
Okay.
Sorry, you were breaking.
I said yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yes, you could.
Okay. 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 All right. So, like I said, if we have more time, I'm going to expand on it, on what you're building, and show you like a model that could work on it and for you to get it. So, what makes an AI product manager different, or what makes a great AI product manager, right? The very first thing is that they manage the behavior, not the code, right? How should a particular product behave? And that's what we're talking about. What is the behavior outcome of it, right? Number two is that they know that learning loops are new sprints. So what we mean by learning loops, the feedback that you get, there are new things you use in developing and improving it. Now, they measure trust, not just click. Trust is that what are the active users, what are the daily users, what are the monthly users of this, and not just people that are clicking, people that are checking it out. And they also use AI tools, not as shortcuts, but as thinking partners, right? They use AI tools. There are different AI tools in building your product. I shared a couple of them that you could use to build the product. And I wanted to show a live demo. Like I said, I don't know if we have time. I would have shown you guys a live demo based on the product that was recently shared, so that we could like demo it and see it together on how the product is being built. I would have shown you guys right now. So finally, is that AI is not going to replace PMs, right? As a product manager, AI is not going to replace you, but a PM that understands AI or how to use AI will build the future, right? That is basically it. So I want to say thank you, everyone. So let's keep building intelligent products. If you have any question, let's keep experimenting. Also, let's keep asking how AI can make products more human and not just automated. Because whatever we are building it for humans. So we have to make it more human and not just like a chatbot. So keep building, and thank you very much. So if we have any questions, we can go to it. Then if we have few minutes, I can show a short demo on how to build one with an AI product, because the goal is that as product managers, you're supposed to build using AI products. That is the reason why you call an AI product managers. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tammy. This was such an insightful um, event, and honestly, I enjoyed it. It was easy to understand. Thank you so much for carrying everyone along. So, if you're okay, I have a message in the comment. Sebastian, oh, Nimas, okay, if you're of the opinion that we should have the demo, let me see your hand. You can just signify with a raise of hand. If we have more people, I would continue for like a few minutes. Okay, one, two, three, four. Okay, five. Okay, I think majority takes carries the vote then. So, Mr. Tammy, how long would it take?
I'm going to just do like a very short demo, right? I'm going
Oh,
to do a
okay,
short demo.
okay. We'll be honored to have you, present that to us. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm glad that every one of us like we want to stay. So I'm just going to do a very short demo so that we could work on that. So just give me a second. Let me set up the environment. So like I said, firstly is that you can use different model in building your product. So for me, I'm going to use a Microsoft platform in building the product. So um let me show you guys something. Just give me a second. Agent instruction. New agents. All right. So I'm going to be changing between screens so that we can see everything. Okay. I believe you can all see my screen, right?
Yes, yes, I can.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's good. So this is a model, right? So there are different model you can use to build, a product, right? As a product marketing manager, there are different models, right? This is an example of a model. So this is the Copilot Studio, right? Copilot Studio is one of the models you can use to build a product and build it very, very easy, right? So, but before that, right, you need to give more contents to your products. So, what's the name of the lady that mentioned that she wanted to listen? What's your name so that I could we are going to interact now. I'll need more information from you in building this. So are you ready, Abigail? Tolu, okay,
It's
Tolu.
totally
Okay,
fair. Yes.
okay. That's great. That's great. All right. So okay, so we want to build an AI product. So we want to build an AI product that help new moms, right?
New African moms.
New African moms. So what's the tax? So let's focus on just one. So what's the tax, Tolu?
Get wellness support or self-care support or health support. I don't know
Yes, and
which
self-care. Let's use the both
support.
of them.
Okay, from pregnancy to postpartum.
Support from pregnancy to postpartum. From pregnancy to from pregnancy to postpartum. Okay, so this is to get a structure, right? So with this, we can get a good instruction in building our agent. So obviously, remember I told you as an AI program manager, you have to use AI in developing it. Remember, the last thing I told you was a program manager that knows how to use AI is what is going to help, right? Right. So now you could see this is our instruction, right? So we want to define this is the purpose, right? Well, we are using the products, your awareness, this is the guideline, these are the skills, these are how you handle errors, these are feedback and the rest. So since we've gotten this, I'm going to go down to the agents and describe it. I'm coming. Copy. Okay, it's here. Describe. So you can see I'm describing what it does, right? So your agent is now set up. So I just described it. So this is what you can see. It's giving nutritional steps, postpartum self-care, emotional support, cultural tradition, awareness, advice, and mother challenge. So these are what some of the things the agent is going to do. So now the next thing is that, so you could see your agent is now set up, act as a compassionate awareness for Africa mother, offering cultural sensitivity guidance, support. Next, like let's choose the name for the agent. So what name do you think we should call it?
I think we can go with the name it's proposed. I saw Well Mama or something like that at the beginning. So let's go with that tentatively for now. Well Mama.
So okay. Well, mama. Well, mama.
It's spelled together. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, we can always edit it, right? We can always
Okay.
edit it. We can always edit it. Well, mama. Now, what are some specifics? So we've already defined all of these, some specific areas such as nutrition and the rest. So let me just copy that, right? Some of the guidance and So these are some of the guidance and some specific area of focus, because these are very important, right? So we are focused on areas such as awareness, focus on areas such as awareness activities and all other aspects for awareness. And other aspects of awareness for African mothers. Okay. So it's loading. It's adding all of that to as your guardrails. It's adding some of the skills, some of the support, some of the things that the product is going to have. Like these are very, very important in building the inputs of the product. So once all of that is being gotten, we'll be able to test the AI agent products that we are building. So we'll be able to test it. So that has been updated. So right now, so this is where we're now putting the URL, like the data sources, right? So now it's to add the knowledge sources for Well Mama, right? If you like to provide URL. So I'm going to skip that for now. We are going to come back to that. I'll show you how to add that. Well, since we don't have anyone active here, we're going to skip that for now. If this is optional, just let me know if you like to add or say no. So I'm going to say no for us to continue. All right. If no, yeah, continue. Okay. So it has been set up, right? So now let's go down to the configuration. The configuration is where we could do more editing. So the agent is Well Mama. The product is Well Mama. Well Mama. Let me change this Mama to M. Well Mama. Yeah. So you could see like the support that it does, the skills, some of the suggested prompts. Now, this is where we can add knowledge, right? So your knowledge sources could be anything. It could be a public website. Remember when I was telling you about World Health Organization? So let's say, for instance, we go online and we are looking for, let's say, web platforms that talks about wellness, pregnant. Okay, you know what? I am going to do something. Just give me a second. Instead of me going on go and do, because this is the traditional way. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to copy this, or let me copy this from here. So I'm going to copy this, right? This is our agent, or this is the product we are trying to build using AI agents. So once I copy this, I want to search. So I'm going to come here to search for new charts, right? GPT. So you can see that I'm using a different model. So I'm going to search for new chart. I am building these AI products, right? And I want credible websites and platforms platforms that shares information about it. Okay, so let me just post this. So you could see, so you see that there are different platforms that talks about it. So what I'm going to do right now is that all I need to do is to just copy the links, right? Feed that as my knowledge source. But remember, you have to verify the link too to be sure that it is credible. Remember, I'm just putting it here just for this. So I've added it as my knowledge source. I'm going to come here, copy this link, add this as my knowledge source. I'm going to come here, copy this link. Oh, sorry, I opened it instead of copying. Give me a second. Copy link. Add. So let me just copy just these 4 links just for so there are so many of them. So another thing is, the more grounded or the more filled your knowledge source is, the more accurate. Remember, accuracy, user trust are very important. So that is how you build your product. So I have my knowledge sources, and which it could use to I gave it access to to search the web for public says, but it's usually good for you to have some specific knowledge source so that it doesn't just go out on the web and start searching, right? But you have like good knowledge sources that you could reference to. So now, for us to test the agent, right? So these are like some initial prompts. So we could just start. What are some healthy food I can eat during my pregnancy? Because
Can
yeah,
you make it healthy Nigerian food, so we can see if any of the knowledge source has
okay,
Nigerian
healthy
content?
Nigerian food. But food doesn't have to be Nigeria. Like, healthy food is general. Like, healthy food is not specific to Nigeria. But let's just focus on Nigeria or
Yeah,
Africa. For that.
yeah.
Healthy Nigerian food I can eat during my 3 months pregnancy. So let's use 3 months pregnancy, right? 3 months pregnancy. So we could test it here. We've not launched it yet, but we're just testing. So you can see that the model is being retrieved because we're using GPT-5. Can you see? So we're like, congratulations, you put in your name, very personal. At 3 months, which is your first trimester, nourishing your body is wholesome. Nigerian food that could develop it: whole grains, ofada rice, brown rice, guinea corn, millets, oats provide energy for fiber. So rich this, moi moi, akara, egusi. Then vegetable, ugu, spinach, bitter leaf, water leaf, okra, garden egg, fruits. So can you give me a meal plan, a 7 days meal plan based on this, right? So once we finish configuring our agents, the next thing we'll do is to create it, right? Once we finish testing it and we figure that, okay, this is good, right? The next thing we can do is to this. Now you could see I have like a meal plan for 7 days. based on the advice that was given to me. Are we still here? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. We're following.
Okay, that's good. All right, so we have like a 7 days. So you can see some wellness tips, right? And also self-care, like affirmation, you're nurturing new life, every nurturing choice. With every you're nurturing new life with every nourishing choice. Your
Every
body is
nourishing
wise,
choice.
your body is wise and strong. Take each day gently and remember you're doing beautifully. So that is it. Very good, and they will get it. So once we verify and we are good, we go ahead and create the product. So with it now, we could share with folks, right? We could share with folks and also publish it with other people. So the model that is being used is GPT 5.0. The knowledge source, GPT 4.1 rather, right? That is the model. Remember, I told you that the model you have to decide on GPT 4.1. Then we have this. Okay. Settings. I'll update that. So let me go to the settings and update that. There's something that they're giving me error in, but I'm going to update that before I publish. Channels. So give me a second. Call me. So you can see I can share it on the web. I can share it on WhatsApp. So I have the link. I can share it on WhatsApp, and people can start using it, right? They can start using it and they can start getting used to it. I'm coming. I'm trying to figure out why I'm getting some errors, right? There's something that is preventing it from being published. But anyways, do we kind of have like a clarity? So we have the knowledge sources, we have the tools that you could add. You can also add other agents to it. You could call on other agents. So, but this is more advanced, right? Then these are the activities. So this is like your feedback, as well as and also your analysis. So you from here you know what people are talking about, how you're getting some analysis and everything. Then you get it done. So I'll be able to like look at it again and see what is going on and how to make it better. So that's basically how to go about it. It's very easy and straightforward. You can use an AI in developing your products, right? Develop your products that was going to be helpful. So if I want to go advance in this, right? If I want to go advance in this, I'm going to now add more knowledge sources and expand the instructions for you to build more things around just not just wellness, because now the focus now is wellness and self-care, right? That's the focus, but I can expand it for you to do much more than wellness and get other things done. So those are like basically that. This is already 30 minutes, so I'm going to stop here for any question. Yeah, Tolu.
Yeah, thank you so much. So that's why you're doing magic. And it looks so easy, but I hope we can get it on our own. So I just have a couple of questions. The first one has to do with the knowledge base.
Us.
I noticed you have to get links from other sites. Is there any should I call it legal implications that could arise from that when we use links from other websites, but integrate them into our product as a knowledge source? Is there any legal implications that could rise from that? So, and then the second question, because of our time, you mentioned that once we create that event, we can then share. Do the users have to also be on Copilot? Because I noticed you are using Copilot Studio, which is Microsoft AI tool. do they have to use Copilot to be able to assess it as a test, or it's open to anybody? So those are my two questions.
Okay, those are like questions that you ask. Um, Privacy is very, very important to people, and people take a lot of privacy very serious. So the thing is, when you use a public accessible data, right? There's no legal implication, right? The only thing is just that there has to be referencing, right? Even on if you use ChatGPT too, you notice that ChatGPT also reference a lot of public data, public available information. So as far as it's public, remember it's public. All this information are verifiable. You can be accessed them. There's no legal application to that. You can also create yours. So apart from website, you can also share documents. You can share PDFs. So for instance, let's say you do some research materials, and you wrote some papers and the rest, you can upload them. So it's not just that knowledge source. There are so many knowledge sources that you can upload. You can upload documents, you can upload PDF, you can upload drive that you've created. So it all depends on how much knowledge source you want to give to the agent. That's what it depends, or the product that you're building. Then secondly, if it's accessible. Now, once you built it and you shared it public, it is going to be, the users, people that are going to use it, it's just going to be like, for instance, just like ChatGPT. If we share this link to ChatGPT, so let me just get a link, for instance. If I share this link to you guys, share. I'm coming. Let me get a link to share with you guys. So if I share this link to you, anyone that clicks on the link, you're just going to get the interface of it and continue from there. Usually, for them to get their data stored, right? So they don't start from afresh, that they need to have an account. So that means they need to like create an account with Copilot. So just the same way, if you build an agent on OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, for people to use it, for people to use that product, they need to have an account for their memory to be stored, right? So that whenever they come up, come up to use it again, they don't just have a fresh memory. Just like when I was testing it, the AI was able to call my name, right? With the personalized information it knows about me, it will be able to attend to your to your need or to your feedback more fast. So I believe I've answered that. Yeah, so this person asked a question: is there any way we can get more credits for Copilot Studio in the community? Yes, I know that. I'm going to share that. So there's an opportunity coming up for Microsoft Corp, World Corp. There's a way you can get, so whatever you're building. So let me look for it and share it right now. Microsoft. Give me a second. On. Okay. So let me show you. It's called Imagine Corp. That is the name. So you could get a lot of credits. You could get a lot of this. So let me show you guys. So that you know that what you're building is not just so this is it. So this is like It's like for people building stuff, right? For people building things, you could get, you're not just going to get credits, right? You're going to also get money, you're going to get sponsorship, you're also going to get the availability, for being access to with the CEO, right? So if you're building things, right, this is for those that are still in the launch phase, right? For instance, right now, what Tolu was trying to achieve, right? So you're going to get access to like credits, you're going to get access to people testing you, you're prototyping your ideas and everything. So this is, I expect you to check this out, right? This should be your part. Then this for skill are for people that already have their products running on, and they could be able to do. So I'm going to share this link right now with everybody. You could check it out and see what you can do with it. And I think there are other more opportunities too. And I'll check out for other opportunities. So what you need to do is that follow me on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn name is Tammy Ibeama. You can follow me on LinkedIn and I will share more opportunities with you. So is there another question before we go? All right. I believe this has been an impactful session. But before we go, I think we can take a selfie. I don't know. I've shared my LinkedIn name on the chats. I've shared my LinkedIn name on here. So we could just take a short selfie. I don't know. Is it possible for you guys, for folks to on their camera? So let's take a selfie before we leave.
I want to on my video. No,
Can we see me? All right. Thank you very much for joining. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to every one of us for joining. I believe that this was a very impactful session. One of the advice I would give you is that you need to start testing out things, right? As PMs, you need to start testing. That's how you become, and start using AI to test, right? You saw that I was able to build something in less than few minutes, right? But I can make it scale, I can adopt it using different AI products. So if you have any question, if you have any further advice, connect with me on LinkedIn, send me a message. In your message, let me know that you're from this section, because I have a lot of people connecting with me from all over the world, right? So let me know that you're from this section and you want to ask me, so I can pay attentive to your message, right? Very, very important. So let's quickly take a selfie. There are some few people I'm not seeing their profile. Are you guys scared of us? Okay, so let me just take a few. I'm seeing a an all. Is that your real face? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So let me just take a selfie. Okay, I'm going to share it with every one of us. Let me take another one quickly. Okay. All right. So that's it. Thank you very much. If you have any question, like I said, just ask me via this thing. I'm sending the picture we take on as a WhatsApp message. Oh, unfortunately, I don't know. I can't share. I can't share images. That's what they are telling me. But if you follow me on LinkedIn, I'll be able to like post about it on LinkedIn, so we can all see it. I can't share images here, so unfortunately, I can't share images. But thank you very much for your time, and it was nice speaking to every one of you guys. Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, good afternoon. Are you there? Sorry for disturbing you. I just joined the train today and I want to know what they've done so far. I don't know if I don't know if you can just clarify on what they do on what they did yesterday. I guess it was yesterday it started. So I was not in the meeting yesterday. So I don't know if you are still there, so you can just a bit just to clarify more what they did yesterday. I don't know if you are available for that. Hello.